Welcome to Empowered Wellness with Sheetal. Thank you for joining me for this week's Raise the Vibe guided meditation. And I've been sharing with you since the beginning of this year a particular word to use for our guided meditations. I call this the spread the word theme because when we use a particular, what I call high frequency word, a word that has a really positive feel and positive charge to it, when we connect to the energy of that word and use it as our intention, then we are able to raise our own vibe and tune ourselves to that word and to the quality of that word. And when we raise our own vibration in that way, we also then have the ability to send that energy out into our environment and into the world. So we've been spreading the word since the beginning of the year. And this week, the word that I was guided to share with you is kind of a nice progression from our word from last week, which was focus. So we used a focused gaze last week. We were outdoors and we were focusing our gaze on the outdoors. And by doing that, we created greater concentration in the mind. And when we have greater focus and greater concentration of our mind, that naturally leads to something that is really helpful in all aspects of our lives. And what that thing is clarity. We need clarity, and often we feel like we don't have it. We need clarity in our work life. We need clarity in our personal life. And it can seem like there's so much distraction, so much information all around us. And it can feel like we have no clarity. Our thoughts feel muddled and unclear. And so it can become difficult to make decisions, make choices, and sometimes even know what we really want or need. And so I thought this week we would ride the heels of focus and explore the word clarity, not just the meaning of clarity, but the feeling of clarity. So I hope you'll continue to join me here as we spread the word this week, and that word is clarity. So let's begin by getting settled in our seat. Find that comfortable seat either in a chair or on the floor. If you're in a chair, uncross those legs and have your feet flat against the floor. And if you're sitting on the floor, use whatever props you might need so that you feel supported. And once you find your comfortable seat, I invite you to close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, let's begin to scan the body and just notice how we feel physically. So checking in with the lower body, allowing the weight of your lower body to settle downward into the seat. And noticing any clenching, any tension, and perhaps taking a breath or two, a couple of big breaths. Allowing for any tension to relax, to release. And then tuning into the upper body, lifting that spine gently, softening the shoulders, softening the face, resting your hands either on your thighs or on an armrest. And noticing how the upper body feels. Perhaps, again, taking a couple of deep breaths to release any tension or holding, maybe in the jaw, maybe in the shoulders. As you breathe out a nice big breath, give yourself permission to let that go. And once you feel physically settled in your seat, supported and comfortable, I invite you to take your awareness deeper within and begin to follow your breath. And just notice the flow of breath in and out. If it feels choppy, if it feels erratic, if it feels fast, I invite you to slow it down, smooth it out. Just find a nice, smooth, steady rhythm of breathing. Perhaps trying to maintain an even inhale and an even exhale. And now let's take that awareness of breath even deeper, bringing our awareness to the heart space. I invite you to breathe from your heart. Allow the breath to flow as if it's flowing to and from your heart space, maintaining that smooth, steady flow. Just breathing from the heart. And just settle into that nice, steady rhythm of breathing, letting the breath flow from the heart. And now I invite you to maintain your awareness or rest your awareness in that heart space and open your mind to receive today's word. Allow yourself to notice the meaning that arises from this word as you hear it. And also really tune into the feeling that arises in your heart space as you hear it. Clarity. 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 What does it mean to have clarity? To be discerning, perhaps? To be confident, self-assured? To be knowing? And then what does that feel like? What does clarity feel like to you? What does it feel like to be self-assured? To be knowing? To be certain? I invite you to bring your awareness deeper into that heart space. Imagine yourself journeying deeper into that heart space. And as you move deeper within, I invite you to visualize a lake. And notice if that lake appears to you as a calm lake, or does it appear to you as having some turbulence or movement or ripples in your lake? And if there's any kind of turbulence, if there's any kind of rippling happening at the surface of your lake, maybe there's some current flowing in your lake. I invite you to imagine that softening, easing. Allow the surface of your lake to become completely still. And now I invite you to visualize yourself walking to the edge of the lake. And as you look into the lake, I invite you to imagine what you see at the bottom of the lake. Imagine the lake being completely clear, crystal clear. Nothing to interfere with your vision. You're able to see all the way down to the bottom of that lake. You have complete clarity. Notice how that feels. The feeling of clarity, being able to see into the depths of that lake. Allow yourself to savor that feeling, perhaps continuing to hold that imagery in order to do so. And let's sit in silence for a few minutes, staying connected to this feeling, this vibration of clarity. to take a nice deep breath in and out. May we see clearly into the depths of our heart. May we have clarity of mind to make decisions and choices that align with our heart. And taking one more nice deep breath in and out. And gently bowing your head to your own heart, bringing hands to that heart space as you do so. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you that is of love, light, peace, and joy. And when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. I hope you're able to connect with a feeling of clarity, and maybe you gained a little clarity yourself during that meditation. Again, it's something that can elude us. And so taking time to bring awareness to the heart and clearing the murkiness of the lake that lies deep within the heart. Imagining that clarity, that clear water that we can see down through all the way to the bottom. Sometimes just using that kind of imagery and connecting with that feeling can help us to find the clarity we need at any given time. So I leave you with that thought, and until next time, be well. If you enjoyed that meditation, I invite you to like the meditation video and also subscribe to my channel. I post meditations every week and also yoga videos, yoga practices, and sometimes other types of wellness videos throughout the month. So when you subscribe, you can choose to be notified and you won't miss any new content that I put out there. And if you've been visiting my channel and have found value in the weekly meditations and the yoga practices, then I encourage you to perhaps become a patron and pledge your support to my channel and to the work that I offer here on YouTube. You can check the link below to see details on how to become a patron and the different levels that you can do that and what you get. Certain levels, you actually get discounts on other offerings that I put out there, on workshops, on programs, on coaching, and you also get exclusive content that I don't put out here on YouTube. So thank you so much for visiting. Thank you for watching. And as always, be well.